everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome Dr. Shankar Ghimire. This is the second episode of Conversation with an Expert. I started the series back in 2020, but now in 2024 I'm continuing it. So today I'm interviewing Dr. Ghimire, who is a professor at Florida Southern College. So let's get right into it.
Thank you, Rashi.
Thank you so much for being here. The first question I'd like to ask is, could you please describe your educational journey and what it took to become a professor for business analytics?
Sure. Thank you, Rashi, again. This is great work and inspirational work you're doing. Every time you meet a person, you talk on a new topic, it gives you a learning opportunity, and the life where you are in the stage of the life you are in, you're trying to explore new areas and new topics that gives you a learning experience. So I hope it goes well and you will continue to do this in the future. As for my background, I come from Nepal. I finished my high school in Nepal and came to the US for college. Continued through my master's and PhD. I completed my PhD in economics and started teaching in economics. More recently, with the explosion of data analytics related field, I am now more focused on teaching and learning more of the analytical tools appropriate for business related data. So I focus on business analytics now at Florida Southern College.
Thank you so much. So originally coming from Nepal, what was your life as a student who just came to the US? Like, was there any challenges that came along the way?
It was a new place, new life for me. I had to navigate through different learning environment, different culture, different language. So everything was new to me. And then making sure I was choosing the right major, making sure I had the right set of tools as I go into advanced career in teaching and learning. Everything was new to me. So early days was definitely challenging, but as I went through, I learned, and then I started getting more comfortable with the life in the US. Once I had planned what field I was going to go into and how I was going to, I did not know I was going to go into academia, meaning in teaching, but as I started teaching economics, I liked it, and I continued through my journey.
Thank you so much. I'm sure this is so inspiring to international students who want to come to the US. So,
definitely.
how did you transition into a professor?
So as I finished my PhD, I had to choose if I wanted to go into industry, meaning non-academic jobs, or I had the choice to teach at colleges and universities. But then since I had practice as a graduate student, I taught a few independent courses, and I liked it. It was flexible. Academic jobs give you more flexibility in terms of time. You don't have to sit in front of the computer 9 to 5. You have flexibility in terms of making the curriculum, preparing for it, and then teaching the students, and then doing other things, managing time for other priorities that you may have. So I started teaching at Maryville College in Tennessee right after my PhD, and then I was there for a couple of years. Then I went to Western Illinois University. I was there for over 7 years, 8 years, 8.5 years, and then Last couple of years, I've been at Florida Southern College. So this has been a rewarding journey for myself. I've explored different places in the U.S. I've explored different types of institutions, and along that journey, I have met hundreds of students that I was able to share my knowledge and inspire some of them, not all of them, but inspire some of them with the techniques that go into data analytics in general. So it has been a great learning experience for myself as well.
Thank you so much. So could you please talk about a bit about business analytics? Like, what's it about?
Business analytics in general means analyzing business related data. So it's data analytics. But even before business analytics, you can think of a broader overview umbrella field of data science. So data science it is about using scientific methods with data and modeling, and this can be applied to specific field. If you're in business, if you're analyzing business related data to make business decisions, it's business analytics. If you are working with healthcare related data, trying to apply individual patients' data in healthcare, then that's healthcare analytics. If you go into managing data related to transporting, making sure things are moving appropriately, so there is supply chain analytics. So each field could have its own analytics. So business analytics is about working with business related data. It could be retail, commerce, banking, insurance. All of those industries and firms are producing business data. And then how we apply that data to make informed business decisions such that it's profitable, it's efficient for those businesses. So that's the overview of business analytics. And since this is related to what's happening in current data science industry, you could use traditional statistical methods as well as more of the growing machine learning methods. And then even now, I mean, you could go into more advanced AI, artificial intelligence, and how that can be used in analytics. That's a different topic again. It is evolving field, but again, it could be you could be applying more of the traditional statistical topics to advanced AI, machine learning, neural network, all of those that people like you may be hearing all the time in the news, in the topic, in your gatherings of people of your age. But again, it was not like that when I started learning. So I'm learning every time I'm teaching something new. I'm learning and then bringing it to my classroom. So it was a long answer, but that's the overview.
Thank you so much. I'm sure this is so helpful to everyone who's watching. So could you give us some real life examples of what goes on?
Definitely. So if you want to start a business, let's say you want to start a retail shop, a grocery store, right? In order for you to start a business, you have to have a plan. You need to know whether it is profitable for you to start a grocery store, right? So you need to have data on, do you have enough demand? How far are other grocery stores? How many people live there? What kind of products do the people in the area produce? And what is not produced there? So what is the demand for a new product? So you could look at perspective from a small business to bigger business chain to you could be doing once you start the business, you could be managing inventory of what you have in stock and what you need to order. If you need to order certain items that you want to sell, how long is it going to take you to get that order? So that when people come in to buy certain items at your store, do you have sufficient items in stock so that you don't have to let the people return without buying an item? So inventory management. Then once you are selling your products, are you being profitable? How many people would you need to run your business? And you need to make a decision on how many people you want to hire. So these are general business related topics, but yeah, I'm focusing from one particular type of business. But if you're in banking, if you're lending, if you're making loans, are people that you're lending, are they risky or not? Are they going to default on your loan? What is their credit profile? How much interest rate you should be charging to them? So there are models that help you decide the decisions that you need to make. Again, it depends on what kind of business you're referring to.
Thank you. So, what kind of people do you think are best for this career?
It is again a broad field. Three key items that you want to analyze if you want to go into business analytics or analytics field in general. You have to have the interest and love for numbers. Yeah, you need to understand definitely some math and stats. That's going to be helpful. You want to be familiar with mathematical and statistical tools. You want to be able to understand business data, so you have to have the domain knowledge. So if you're given a record of profit and loss, revenue and cost for a business, you want to understand what that revenue and cost means, and you want to understand that you want to increase your revenue, you want to maximize your profit, and at the same time you want to minimize your cost. So that's one way to understand business data, right? So you have to have the domain knowledge. What does that data do? What would be the helpful information you want to extract from the available data, right? So math, the domain knowledge, and then you want to have a knowledge of statistical tools or programming tools that help you analyze data. Now, you have to, a lot of the times when you go into business analytics field as a profession, if you're in the market for a job that you would want to participate in business analytics, you have to have a knowledge in R and Python and Tableau and Power BI and SQL. I'm just naming a few of the tools that are popular and are in great demand with the analytics field now. So I think those three areas, the domain knowledge, the interest for working with data, and an interest and an expertise in working with statistical software, programming language. So if you like those, this is a field for you.
Thank you. There's so many things that youngsters they want to go into a field or career, but they don't know what they should do for it. They don't know what they need to prepare. So this was so inspiring, so educational.
Definitely, Rashi, and I think one thing I mentioned earlier is that's what you are doing is a great step you're taking. That's not only helpful to you, but of course you're trying to share this knowledge to other people. But at the same time, while doing this, you are exploring your own options. So it's helping you. But then at the same time, when you share it with other people are going to learn about new field and new techniques available out there. So what you're doing is great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, what would you suggest to young people who would like to go into business analytics?
If you are exploring your career options, as you go into high school and college, of course, you are yet to go into high school, and it may change. But overall, data analytics as a field, as we go into the future, with so much demand in people skilled in data analytics, no matter what field you go into, data analytics as a general skill is you are going to be a competent individual as you go into the job market if you have skills in data analysis. So try to understand what kind of data you're producing as you contact your friend, as you open an app on your phone, as you write an email to somebody. You are producing data every time with any every technology you're using. When you go to the store and swipe your credit card or debit card you may have, that business, that store is collecting your information. It has, a record of what items you're buying, what location you are coming from, and then you can do a targeted business analysis based for that individual location. So I think so overall, data analysis or data analytics as a field is going to be helpful, and depending on your interest, you could be working with the discipline that you're interested in. It is going to have enough data produced for you to be working and making a decision based on that data. So it's a lucrative field. It's in great demand. So if that's something you may want to keep it as an option or as a priority as you go into the future, career building process.
Thank you so much. So, what job options are
As
there?
I said, any field is going to have the demand for data analytics in general. If you want to go into business, it's business analytics. If you want to go into healthcare, that's healthcare analytics. If you want to go into tourism and hospitality sector, there is hospitality analytics. Transportation, business, government, insurance, and banking, all of those firms and industries are producing data. So just having those skills that I mentioned earlier, the interest in math and stat, interest in some programming skills such as R and Python, and the specific domain that you're interested in, try to combine them together, and try to develop your skills along those lines. I think that's helpful.
So much. This is such an important career. Whether you want to go into healthcare or engineering, this is just, it's useful for everything. And
Definitely. You got it right. Again, depending on your interest, analytics in general is going to be a helpful tool for you.
thank you so much. So, is there anything else you would like to say to the youth that are watching?
Thank you again, Rashi. You're doing a great job. Explore your interests. Doesn't matter what field you go into. You could go into medical, engineering, business, or even art, but whatever you do your best in that profession. Be best in what you do. I think, and then of course, since this was something related to what I do, analytics and data and technology, these are going to be helpful tools. Learn them, explore them, and then do what gives you satisfaction. And that satisfaction, I mean, it could be personal satisfaction. I mean, you would have to be financially satisfied. You'd have to be satisfied with the job that you are doing. So, regardless of what you do, be best at in your field, and that will be a rewarding profession and career for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ghimire. You're not just impacting you're not just making an impact. You're leading, like you're teaching an entire new generation of leaders. Thank you so much. This interview has been such an educational experience. It's been so inspiring, and I'll definitely keep in touch with you for any questions I have about that field.
It was a pleasure to sit down and chat with you, Rashi. You're doing great. Keep doing the great job, and best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you. Bye bye.